I'm convinced that Georgia is going to go blue this year by a lot more than just 11,780 votes. It's embarrassing that us Georgians have to be remembered on the general presidential election stage as the 11,780 state. But that was the first time we had gone blue since before the 10-year United States assault weapons ban. That's right, the first time we went blue since Bill Clinton. Down ballot candidates on Kamala's coattails, they give me hope. Not only are they progressives, but they're down-to-earth, regular Americans like you and I. People like DeFonzio Daniels, who's a former United States Marine and a former cop. People like Heather White, who's a former soldier and currently fighting for women's freedoms in the United States of America. People like Kathy Cott, who's fighting for funding education in Georgia and making sure that people with mental health needs are taken care of. Not to mention, she's a 35-year registered nurse. Service members and cops and nurses. Like I said, regular Americans like you and I. The biggest reason I think that we're definitely going to blow away that 11,780 number is the fact that Democrats, they've opened up a very, very big tent. Actually caring about freedom has a way of doing that. So when you look at the top 3 issues in the state of Georgia, this ranks right here. Preserving democracy. You see, the thing is, Americans, well, we love our country. And whether you believe it's a republic or a democracy, you do believe in freedom. It's that concept right there that's getting people out to vote. The turnout is setting records every single time. And people just don't believe, Georgians just don't believe that Kamala is a bigger threat to our republic than the other guy. Just the early turnout alone has set records. That whole red wave they talked about in 2022 that never materialized was because people turned out to vote. The advantage that Donald Trump did have was that 87% of black voters voted for Joe Biden in 2020. Now, that 13% that went to Donald Trump was a big number because typically black voters vote Democrat around 92-93%. Does anyone believe that black voters are going to vote more for Trump than they are for the first black female president? I sure don't. Not only is she a beautiful black woman, but her policies are night and day compared to the other guy. In fact, the other guy doesn't even have any policies. It's fear-mongering. Not only that, the other guy, he's from New York. He's a billionaire. He's never had to work a day in his life. The people that are on the ballot, including Kamala, started from the bottom, worked their asses off like the rest of us. On an anecdotal level, the energy in Georgia has completely shifted. All I would say is, don't get complacent. Get out and vote. Make sure you're registered to vote right now because there's some fishy business happening on the Republican side of the aisle. We're looking forward to our politics getting back to some sense of normalcy. Get out and vote for Kamala and Tim Walz. Love you guys.